There are moments in life that leave marks so deep they feel etched into our bones. You didn't choose the pain. You didn't ask for the memory. But here you are, carrying it. What if I told you that healing isn't about forgetting the past, but about reclaiming your future from it? This is not just an audiobook. It's a companion for your journey, a voice in the quiet, a light in the dark. Stay with me. Let's walk through the storm together and come out whole. Chapter 1. The Echo of Silence. Some wounds don't bleed. They whisper. They linger in the quiet moments, between conversations, behind smiles, beneath laughter. Trauma doesn't always arrive with a bang. Sometimes it slips in unnoticed, like a shadow at dusk. You wake up, and everything seems normal. You go to work, you talk to friends, you scroll through your phone, but inside, there's a weight, a heaviness you can't name, a silence that follows you like a second skin. This is the echo of trauma, not the event itself, but the aftermath, the invisible residue it leaves behind. It's the way your heart races when someone raises their voice, the way you flinch at kindness because you've learned not to trust it, the way you feel exhausted even when you've done nothing at all. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're responding to something that once overwhelmed your ability to cope. And that response, however quiet, however hidden, is valid. It's real. In this chapter, we're not here to relive the pain. We're here to recognize it, to name it, because healing begins with awareness. And awareness begins with listening to the silence, to the tension, to the parts of you that have been waiting to be heard. So take a breath. Let it be deep. Let it be slow. You're safe here. You're not alone. And you don't have to carry this weight forever. Let's begin. There's a moment. You remember it. Not always clearly, not always willingly, but it's there, like a photograph burned into the back of your mind. The day everything changed, the day time froze. Maybe it was a single event. Maybe it was a series of small betrayals that built into something unbearable. Maybe you didn't even realize it was trauma until years later. That's the thing about pain. It doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it waits, quietly, until you're ready to face it. And now, here you are, listening, remembering, not to relive it, but to understand it, to take back control from the memory that once held you hostage. You might feel your chest tighten, your breath shorten. That's okay. That's your body remembering too. But you're safe now. You're not there anymore. You're here with me. And together, we're going to walk through this. Let's go back, not to stay, but to see, to witness the strength it took to survive, to honor the version of you that kept going, even when everything inside said stop. You don't have to justify your pain. You don't have to explain why it hurt. You only have to acknowledge it, because in that acknowledgement, there is power, there is healing, there is truth. This chapter isn't about the trauma. It's about the moment you realized you deserved more. The moment you decided that your story didn't end there, that frozen time didn't define you. It simply paused you. And now you're pressing play again. Let's keep going. You're doing beautifully. Chapter 3. The Mask We Wear. You smile. You laugh. You say you're okay. And maybe for a moment you believe it. But deep down, behind the practiced expressions and polite nods, there's a part of you that's still hiding, still hurting, still waiting to be seen. We all wear masks, not out of deception, but out of protection. We learn to hide our pain because the world doesn't always know what to do with it. We become performers in our own lives, rehearsing lines like, "I'm fine," and "it's nothing," until they sound convincing, even to ourselves. But the mask is heavy. It's exhausting. And over time, it begins to crack. Not because you're weak, but because you were never meant to carry this alone. This chapter is about the armor we build to survive, the walls we raise, the roles we play. It's about understanding that these masks served a purpose. They kept us safe. They helped us function. But now, they're keeping us from healing. You don't have to be strong all the time. You don't have to pretend. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's truth. And truth is the foundation of freedom. So let's gently begin to peel back the layers. Let's meet the real you, the one beneath the mask, the one who's been waiting to breathe, to speak, to be. You are not your performance. You are not your silence. You are not your trauma. You are a soul worthy of love, of rest, of peace. Let's take off the mask together. Chapter 4. The Lie of I'm Fine. It's the most practiced sentence in the world. 2 words, 4 letters, 1 mask. I'm fine. You say it automatically. You say it to avoid questions. You say it because it's easier than explaining the storm inside. But what if you're not fine? What if you're tired? What if you're hurting? What if you're barely holding it together? And what if that's okay? We live in a world that rewards composure, that praises strength, that teaches us to tuck our pain behind a smile. But strength isn't silence. Strength is honesty. Strength is saying, I'm not okay, and trusting that you'll still be loved. This chapter is about the lie we tell to survive, the lie that keeps us isolated, the lie that convinces us we're alone in our struggle. But you're not alone. You never were. There's a quiet kind of courage in admitting the truth, in saying, I need help, in whispering, I'm hurting. That's where healing begins, not in pretending, but in revealing. So today, let's challenge the lie. Let's rewrite the script. Let's replace I'm fine with something real, something raw, something true. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be strong every second. You just have to be you. And that is more than enough. Let's speak the truth together. Chapter 5. The Mirror Doesn't Lie. There's a moment, quiet, still, when you catch your reflection, not just your face, but your eyes. And for a second, you wonder, who is that? Who have I become? Trauma doesn't just change how we feel. It changes how we see ourselves. It distorts the mirror. It whispers lies like, you're not enough, you're too broken, you'll never be the same. And over time, we start to believe it. But the mirror doesn't lie. It reflects what's there, and what's there is someone who survived, someone who endured, someone who was still standing even when they didn't think they could. This chapter is about reclaiming your reflection, about seeing yourself not through the lens of what happened to you, but through the truth of who you are. You are not your trauma. You are not your scars. You are not the worst thing that ever happened to you. You are the strength that carried you through it, the courage that kept you breathing, the light that refused to go out. So look again, look deeper, past the tired eyes, past the guarded smile. There you are, whole, worthy, beautiful in ways pain could never erase. The mirror doesn't lie, and neither will we. From this moment on, we speak truth. We see truth. We live truth. You are still you, and that is everything. Chapter 6. The Power of No More. There comes a moment, not loud, not dramatic, but firm. A moment when you whisper to yourself, no more. No more shrinking, no more silence, no more carrying what was never yours to hold. Trauma teaches us to endure, to adapt, to survive. But healing teaches us something else. Boundaries, the sacred act of saying, this is where I end and where the world must respect me. This chapter is about reclaiming your space, your voice, your right to say no. Because every time you say no more, you're saying, I matter. You're saying, I deserve peace. You're saying, I choose me. You may have been taught to tolerate pain, to keep the peace, to avoid conflict. But peace that costs your well-being isn't peace. It's quiet suffering. And you don't have to live there anymore. Setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's survival. It's self-respect. It's the beginning of a life where your needs are not negotiable, where your healing is not optional, where your worth is not up for debate. So say it with me. No more. No more guilt for protecting your energy. No more shame for walking away. No more apologizing for choosing yourself. This is your life, your healing, your power, and it begins with a boundary. Let's draw the line together. Chapter 7. The healing isn't linear. You've been doing the work. You've been showing up. You've been trying to breathe through the pain, rewrite the story, reclaim your peace. And then, out of nowhere, it hits you again. A memory, a feeling, a wave you thought you'd already survived. You wonder, did I fail? Am I back at the beginning? Was any of this progress even real? Let me tell you something that might change everything. Healing isn't a straight line. It's a spiral, a dance, a rhythm of falling and rising again and again. This chapter is about the truth that no one tells you. Healing is messy. It's inconsistent. It's full of detours and setbacks. But every step, forward or back, is part of the journey. You are not broken because you still feel pain. You are not weak because you still cry. You are not failing because you still struggle. You are healing, and healing looks different every day. Some days you'll feel light. Some days you'll feel heavy. Some days you'll laugh without guilt. And some days you'll need to rest in silence. All of it is valid. All of it is progress. So be gentle with yourself. Celebrate the small wins. Honor the hard days. Trust the process even when it doesn't make sense. Because every time you choose to keep going, you're rewriting your story. You're not back at the beginning. You're just passing through a familiar place with new strength, new insight, and new hope. Let's keep walking, one breath at a time, one day at a time. You're healing, and that is enough. Chapter 8. The Light You Forgot You Had. There's a light inside you. It's quiet, gentle, patient. It's been there since the beginning, before the pain, before the fear, before the world tried to dim it. You may have forgotten it, but it never forgot you. Trauma has a way of casting shadows. It convinces us that we are darkness, that we are broken, that we are beyond repair. But even in your lowest moments, even when you couldn't see it, your light was still burning. This chapter is about rediscovery, about remembering the strength, the joy, the hope that lives within you. It's about realizing that healing isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to who you were before the world taught you to doubt yourself. You've laughed before. You've loved before. You've dreamed before. And you will again. Because that light, it's yours. It's your resilience, your courage, your truth. You don't need permission to shine. You don't need to wait until you're fully healed. You can glow in the middle of the journey. You can be radiant even with scars. So let's find that light again. Let's nurture it. Let's protect it. Let's let it guide us forward. Not away from the past, but toward a future where you feel whole, seen, and alive. You are not your trauma. You are the light that survived it. Let it shine. Let it lead. Let it remind you you are still here and you are still luminous. Chapter 9. The Goodbye That Heals. Some goodbyes are loud, some are whispered, and some are never spoken at all. But the most powerful goodbye isn't to a person, it's to the pain, to the version of you that had to survive, to the story that kept you small. This chapter is about release, not forgetting, not erasing, but letting go. Letting go of the grip trauma has had on your identity. Letting go of the guilt, the shame, the weight. Letting go of the belief that healing means holding on. You've carried this long enough. You've honored it. You've faced it. And now it's time to set it down. Not because it didn't matter, but because you do. Saying goodbye doesn't mean pretending it never happened. It means choosing peace over pain. It means choosing growth over grief. It means choosing yourself. So take a moment. Close your eyes. Picture the pain as a shadow behind you. And now, turn toward the light. Whisper the words, "Thank you for what you taught me, but you don't belong here anymore." This is your healing. This is your freedom. This is your goodbye. Let it be soft. Let it be sacred. Let it be yours. Chapter 10. The Life That Awaits. You've walked through the silence, faced the memory, removed the mask, spoken the truth. You've set boundaries, embraced the messiness of healing, and rediscovered your light. And now, you stand at the edge of something new. This chapter is not about the past, it's about the future. The life that awaits you, the life that's been waiting for you to say yes. Yes to joy. Yes to peace. Yes to love that doesn't hurt. Yes to mornings that feel light. Yes to nights that feel safe. Yes to a version of you that isn't defined by what happened, but what's possible. You are not your trauma. You are not your survival mode. You are not the fear, the shame, or the silence. You are the author of your next chapter, and the pen is in your hand. So what will you write? What will you dream? What will you build now that you've laid the weight down? This is your invitation to live boldly, to love freely, to rest deeply, to rise fully, to be without apology, without armor, without fear. The life that awaits is not perfect, but it's yours, and it's real, and it's waiting for you to step into it with open arms and a heart that knows its worth. So take that step, breathe in the new beginning, and remember, you are not alone. You never were, and you never will be. This is your moment. This is your life. Welcome home. You've made it to the end of this journey, and if no one's told you yet, I'm proud of you. Not just for listening, but for choosing to heal, for choosing to face what hurt you, for choosing to believe that your story doesn't end in pain, but begins in power. The weight we leave behind wasn't just about trauma, it was about transformation, about shedding what no longer serves you and stepping into the light you forgot you had. And now, as you stand in that light, there's a new path waiting for you. If this audiobook helped you reconnect with your strength, then I invite you to take the next step. My previous audiobook, Destiny, The Road You Were Born to Walk, is a guide to discovering your purpose, your passion, and the life you were always meant to live. Because healing is just the beginning. What comes next is destiny. Click the link below to begin that journey. And remember, your past may shape you, but it does not define you. You are worthy of joy. You are worthy of peace. You are worthy of the life that awaits. Thank you for walking this road with me. Until next time, keep rising, keep healing, and keep walking toward the life you were born to live. I'll see you on the road to destiny.